What is up, guys? It's the Mad Canine here, commentating as always. Anyway, I got my quarterback again, back in the groove of more Madden videos. We are 3-1 on the season, and it's not as good as the real Cardinals have started, because they started out 4-0, and then they lost 5 straight since then. So now they're 4-5. We're 3-1, and I highly doubt I'm going to lose 5 straight in this. I'm just saying. So I do think I'm going to make the playoffs on this connected career. Not all my connected careers, I'm not sure, because my defense players, my cornerback and my free safety, like, I'm not totally sure. If we do make the playoffs in that, it's going to be freaking wild card at best. I don't think I'm going to win divisions on defense, on my defense teams. I could win the division on this, though, even though the 49ers are in a division. And that's one thing I wished, is that the 49ers, since the Cardinals are in the same division as them, the NFC West, like, the 49ers are expected to win that division. And now they even more are expected to win the division because the Cardinals are doing bad. But they started out 4-0, and it would have been cool if they were like a sleeper team that came back and won this. If they won the division, that'd be so awesome. It's just like when everyone's saying that the Chiefs were going to be a sleeper team. They said that last year too, actually. But they're terrible. And it looks like the Cardinals are falling back into what they do best, and that's go 500 or worse, or barely 9-7. It's weird how both AFC West and NFC West divisions are the worst two divisions in the NFL. It's so tragic, because my Broncos are in that division, but we got Peyton Manning now, so we're expected to win that division by a long shot. Or not by a long shot, but win by a large margin. Yeah, a long shot means you do bad. Yeah, anyway. So we won this first game 14-3. It was a division game. I did better than Stafford, but I still threw 3 picks, which is not good. So that was the bad game. I did better in this game, but I still throw picks like every game, and it's like embarrassing. But some of you are saying like I don't hand it off to Beanie Wells, but I do. I increased the quarter length so I can do more handoff plays, because it kind of bugs me that we're the worst run yardage team in the whole NFL in this game, but we're like one of the best in passing because I pass more than I run. So I'm gonna hand it off to Beanie more times, and I give him some touchdowns, as you can tell in this video. So I'm not a ball hog like some of you may think, but it's so tempting, don't you think, to be a quarterback, and you want all the stats to yourself because it's a freaking video game. But for me, I like to keep it real, as real as possible. If it's more realistic, to me, it's more enjoyable. And this year's been great. The tackle system's been great. The connected careers is it's a lot better than Superstar mode, but I still don't expect anything different out of any more Maddens in the next 3 years. That's going to be the same as this, just like last year's Madden, and 2-3 years before that, they were all pretty much the same game. Just, I mean, it's the same game, just different features, pretty much. But this game has a new tackle system, so it's gonna be just like this for like 2 or 3 years, guys. That's my prediction. It's just how Madden is. They don't have a competitor, so they can do whatever they want. They can add anything. Like I said in one of my other videos, they had the helmet cam. They're like, new helmet cam, but they had that Nintendo 64, so they can take away features and they'll bring it back like it's brand new. So it's not new to me. But in terms of stats, connected careers is awesome, and I try to keep it as realistic as possible. Notice that all my connected careers are not the same quarter length. Like, this one's the longest, one of the longest, and for defense, they're roughly 7-8 minutes, and my shortest one is like my wide receiver on the Ravens. He's it's like 4 or 5 minutes a quarter, because I call for ball too much, and I don't do it every time now, but I always lead in receptions and targets. And so it's a little bit more realistic. I'm like the number 2 wide receiver, but I still get the most targets because I call the ball. If I'm wide open, I'm gonna call for it. Sometimes when I call for it and I'm wide open, he doesn't throw it to me. And poor Joe Flacco, he's gonna lead the league in interceptions, which is somewhat realistic. Well, nah, Jay Cutler might lead that. I had to show this play because he tipped it. It got tipped, and he still caught the ball. Miraculous catch. I feel like that should happen a little bit more often, but when it does happen, it's like, holy shit, I gotta show it. And of course, I give it to Beanie Wells. We didn't get anything out of this drive. Look, we're on the 1 yard line, and I even on 4th down, I'm like, come on, dude. There's a hole, there's a gap. You gotta punch it in there. He didn't. So I do hand it off, and he gets some touchdowns. I don't reap all the benefits. That should have been a catch, by the way. Robert should have caught that, but he didn't. And Heap, my main target, he's gonna lead the league in yards and receptions, because that's just how I play. I like to play slot receivers or tight ends running straight up, so whatever. That's just how I play. And I threw more interceptions than I would have liked, but like I've said, and if you know me well, I don't replay games ever. I never replay games. If you're like one of my long-time subscribers, you'll know that I played in a championship game. Well, it was a bowl game. It wasn't even a championship game, but on Oregon, and I lost in the final seconds of that, and I was tempted to redo that game, but I was like, no, I'm gonna stick to what I've said, and just because I lose, it's not like I control the whole game, so whatever. But anyway, we cursed the Bills in this game though, and I'm not going undefeated in all my connected careers, but I do hope to make the playoffs in all of them. There's no way I'm gonna win the Super Bowl with all of them. And that's my favorite part of this whole thing, is that it's all different outcomes, different stories, whatever, blah, blah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next video will be a Black Ops video, and my next Connected Careers is going to be freaking awesome. It's going to be my free safety, and something happens, some magic happens, just like I said in my cornerback. And so stay tuned if you follow all of my Connected Careers. My free safety video is going to be fucking awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.